Welcome y'all to another episode of our Shenzhen I playthrough. Alright, so let's go take a look at the design. So here's what we start with. And one thing I actually misread last time was that everything on this is an output. There are no inputs. In my kingdom for a NOT gate. So looking at this, we just have two clock signals inverses of each other. Is why running a single line clock output and then knotting it to this other one would be ideal. However, we don't have access to any kind of logic gates. I don't know if we're going to get any, but right now we don't have them, and I hope we get them eventually. And then from the looks of it, there looks to be some stuff going on here. However, I don't see, like, the input just seems consistent, so and like most of these signs, you don't see a lot of randomness to them outside of like the flicker from a neon sign. So I feel like let's just go the very dumb brute force approach on this. So we're going to take one of these and kind of just use it as our clock. So when we start, use the accumulator for this. So we're just going to take the first value, then not. And not on the accumulator. If it's 0, it sets it to 100. If it's 100, it sets it to 0. You know, just like a normal logic 1. We want to move that to P0. Right? And then sleep 1. Run that real quick and... Yep. Okay, so we have our two clocks. Good to go. Now for the much more complicated part. Start as cheap as we can go, shall we? Want this? Go all of them. That'd be easy. Like, that's gonna happen. Okay. May wanna... So the game plan is going to be, we're going to need 2 more microcontrollers. This one over here. Not going to fit. Okay, so let's there. Go throw a bridge here. And then X1 can feed to here. P1 to here. Okay. So the game plan is going to be to use this one, generate these 2 signals, and then this one will be whenever we use this one. So the X is basically a register bus, or it's called XBus in the game. What it does is it allows communication between 2 microcontrollers. A fun bit comes in though, where anytime there's an operation between 2, if both of them aren't trying to do it at the same time, then the operation blocks. So if this guy's trying to write and this one's not trying to read, then this one gets to sit there. According to the manual. We'll have to see how that actually works out by messing with it a little bit. But so let's just try. Alright, so let's just move a 1 to there and then sleep 1. Happens. Let's do a move. Let's do a test to see what happens here. Test greater than 0, or maybe we can do test equals 1. X1 equals 1. And we need to do X0, not 1. So if it's 1, we want to set P1, or move 100 P1. Otherwise, we want to move 0 P1. Right, so let's see what happens. And now we're blocked because we didn't sleep. Nobody else is able to move. But I want to see something of, okay, so move, that one reads, and this one sleeps. That one actually keeps going even those 2 are slept. But nobody else gets to do anything. Okay, let's try add another 0 to P1. I want to see if the other instructions even get a run while that's blocking in a true multiprocess fashion, or now it should. Okay. We need to try a few more instructions real quick. All right. Okay, so that guy's blocking, and the other ones are still running. Okay, that's good to know. Otherwise, this gets to be a lot more fun. Then there's one other awesome command that I learned about. So you know you have your normal sleep, which sleeps in time unit. Well, awesomely enough, we also have a sleep based on our XBus register. So what that'll do is this dude will sit here and sleep until it gets a value, and then it'll run, which we can use. So then what we do is key thing is it does it until the value can be read. So if you're trying to sleep until someone else is trying to read so you can write to it, it doesn't work. Okay, so move 100, move 0. So when we equal 1, we're going to make that line go high. When we equal 0, we're going to make it go low. Okay. So now let's do some silliness. So now we're going to try to just go and straight brute force this and basically... Okay, so we want to set line P0 to high. We want to sleep for 6 units. And we want to set P0 to low, move P1 to high, then sleep 1. Then we want to make P0 low. Sorry, P1 low. And we want to set X1 high. Sleep 2. Yes. And then we need to move 0 to, that 1 high again. Means we did this wrong here, right? Okay. Ooh. Can't get a free line for a comment. So I can't get any more lines. Apparently, the height of this thing, not only it dictates the number of lines of code you can write. So let's take this one, shove it over there for a second, and see if we can cram this one in here. That line's fine. This one is not okay. We can. Okay. That frees up some space. Bump you down. No, that's not connected. So we actually have to go out there to that one. Interesting. That's kind of weird though, because I mean, like when we go through it like this pad gets used, so I don't understand why we have to come all the way out there. It is what it is. And we can get fridge and that, and bam. So then we want to just copy this that we have so far, and then oop. Rather use the smaller components because then it's cheaper. Unfortunately, we need at least 3 of these microcontrollers. Yes, because we have 5 outputs, so we need at least 3 of them because each one of these only has 2 outputs at most. Okay, so back to where were we? This needs to be X0 now. We set 0 high, sleep for 6, put us here. Then we set P0 low, P1 high, sleep for 1, which puts us here, which means then we need to set P0 low, P1 low, which we did. And then we moved, and then we told set X0 to 1 to tell our other microcontroller, this guy here, to then set this high. So we should. So we need sleep 2. Okay. Now then move set P1 high and tell the other microcontroller to turn back off. Sleep 1. And then we shouldn't need to do anything else because we come back to the top after that. There, and then that one goes high. This one we do need to do one more thing. And you set that guy back to low. Alright, so let's see what we got. Fancy. Speed it back up. Yay! How I could have gotten power lower. On to the next one. Ooh, got some more things. Rubbish audio thing. Let's see. Okay, supplemental data. All right. Bad boy open. Audio in, audio out. Maximize is just an input switch. Signal of audio should apply using this algorithm. Check the supplemental data for this algorithm. Okay. One sec. Okay, so here's the supplemental PDF that they give you. I think if you buy the Deluxe Fancy Edition, you actually get this all in hard copies. And it looks pretty nice. You can see Scott Manley's video if you want to see that. But here we go. Some blah, 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 copy, marketing, blah, 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 blah. And here's the equation we care about. So all we need to do is take the input, subtract 50, multiply that result by 4, and then add 50 to it. Shouldn't be too bad. So we have 3 I/O that we need to deal with, which means we need at least 2 microcontrollers. Oh, let's just throw them on there. I'm gonna miss. Move you up there. You go like that. You go like that. And you go like that. So we're gonna want to use a register. Like we're gonna... guess we can just do this. Oop. What we want to do... Unfortunately, because it's only on reads, we can't sleep here until someone else is writing. However, as long as if we do it each cycle, because we're gonna have this guy, we're gonna have to have run every cycle, so we can't have him sleep until reads from the other guy. I mean, I guess technically we could. Seems kind of silly when we could also just have it. Well, that is actually a reasonable way to do it. However, we could also just have this guy always read every cycle from the other one. Well, not every cycle, every time unit. Iteration. Every loop. But for that, let's just say that we want to say if test greater than or... oh, what is it? It's TEQ. So test equal P0 100. So is P0 100? If yes, move 1 to X1. Otherwise, move 0 X1 and sleep 1. So this guy will run and sit here, and so there will be data here waiting until this person tries to read it. And then all we need to do is say, move P0 to our accumulator. And then check our X0 register to see if it's... so is it equal to 1? That's equal X0 1. If yes, then simply... what was the equation? It was sub 50, multiply by 4, and then add 50 back. Got the plus. Won't get far if we do that. Okay. So if X0 is 1, then we do our little equation. do our equation, and then we just need to move the accumulator results to P1. And so if it's 0, then this doesn't happen, and basically we just move P0 to P1. However, we need to be able to... It's easier if we do it this way than trying to do that check first and then do other stuff. This way it always runs, there's less branches, there's less complication. It's just simpler code. And let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, you need to have a sleep there, huh? And then we just do a quick sleep. Thing happened. Oh, I have a breakpoint there. Quite clear said. Did I have a breakpoint? Alright, that looks good. So that one was pretty easy. Not sure how I could have gotten power usage lower there. Maybe there's a way driving it differently. Yeah. Wrong button. Okay, so let's go out of that. Oop. Oh, you shouldn't have had the volume so high, friend. Okay, so let's see what this self-driving cars is about. Pretty funny, they have a lot of the very relevant as of the day. What does this say? Yeah, aw. I don't even know where she went with that. I mean, like, the other three were, like, pretty much depending, but ye-aw, ye-aw, eel. Anyways, yes, it can be hard to represent a word and how it sounds in text, but I mean, that first one there was pretty much nailed it. At least how I think it sounds when I say it. Okay, so it's the Chinese yuan. I hope that's how you pronounce it. The word is one syllable. Yuan, right? Yes, I am terrible at pronunciation. Well, I usually try to look this stuff up ahead of time. I think it is hilarious that they have this in-game to try to help people say this. And I much appreciate it. Well, this is probably a good time to wrap it up for this episode. With that, if you like, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you have any questions, suggestions, feedback, or advice, drop it in the box below. Good luck in your races, and y'all take it easy.